A refutation on faith alone. Proponents of the faith alone doctrine says good works cannot save you from hell. Faith does. Good works are merely expression that you are saved and not the procedure to be saved. They say this is supported by this verse. Romans 4:3-5. 3. For what saith the scripture? Abraham believed God, and it was counted unto him for righteousness. 4. Now to him that worketh is the reward not reckoned of grace, but of debt. 5. But to him that worketh not, but believeth on him that justifieth the ungodly, his faith is counted for righteousness. They say this verse endorsed that salvation doesn't necessitate good works. That's the argument, right? Here is my response. Note that there are two types of salvation, namely 1. Salvation from sin. Titus 2:14. 14. Who gave himself for us, that he might redeem us from all iniquity, and purify unto himself a peculiar people, zealous of good works. 2. Salvation from wrath. Romans 5:9. 9. Much more then, being now justified by his blood, we shall be saved from wrath through him. Salvation from sin is through the blood of Christ. Revelation 5:9. 9. And they sung a new song, saying, Thou art worthy to take the book, and to open the seals thereof, for thou wast slain, and hast redeemed us to God by thy blood out of every kindred, and tongue, and people, and nation. It doesn't require work to be saved as hinted in Rom 4:5. It says, quote, But to him that worketh not, but believeth on him that justifieth the ungodly, his faith is counted for righteousness. Unquote. Salvation from wrath requires works before anyone could be saved. It says, Psalms 15:1-2. 1. A Psalm of David. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? 2. He that walketh uprightly, and worketh righteousness, and speaketh the truth in his heart. This is supported. Acts 10:35. 35. But in every nation he that feareth him, and worketh righteousness, is accepted with him. Clearly these verses are saying that works of righteousness is necessary for salvation, meaning, you can be saved through good works. When it said, Who shall abide in thy tabernacle? This tabernacle is in heaven. So how shall anyone abide therein? It says, if you walk uprightly and do works of righteousness. It's like saying, the one who shall abide in the tabernacle is the one who do works of righteousness, emphasizing the need of good works before anyone could be saved. So on this juncture, good works is needed for salvation. Having two ways to be saved, namely 1. Salvation without works. 2. Salvation through good works. It necessitates a logical conclusion. There must be two types of salvation for contextual harmony, namely 1. Salvation from sin. 2. Salvation from wrath. Still, there is a type of salvation that requires good works. This could only be salvation from wrath. Therefore when it said, Ephesians 2:8-9. 8. For by grace are ye saved through faith, and that not of yourselves, it is the gift of God. 9. Not of works, lest any man should boast. Romans 11:6. 6. And if by grace, then is it no more of works, otherwise grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then is it no more grace, otherwise work is no more work. This salvation by grace refers to salvation from sin. It doesn't necessitate works, whereas salvation from wrath requires good works. Moreover it says, Philippians 2:12. 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. How do we work out or perform our salvation? It is through religion, as it says. James 1:27. 27. Pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this: to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction, and to keep himself unspotted from the world. So pure and undefiled religion has two essence, namely A. Work of love. B. Work of holiness. So religion is basically good works. We need religion to be saved, right? Therefore we need good works to be saved. Logical. This is emphasized by the earlier verse I used. It says, Psalms 15:1-2. 1. A Psalm of David. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? 2. He that walketh uprightly, and worketh righteousness, and speaketh the truth in his heart. It clearly emphasized the need of works of righteousness to be saved. Meaning, good works is a requirement for salvation. Lastly, it says, Matthew 24:12-13. 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. 13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. To endure implies works and indicates that if you don't endure, or work, you cannot be saved. Even if initially you were saved from sin by grace, you need to work to be saved from wrath. It indicates the need to work for our salvation. Thank you.